So we've decided to do some dog training videos. We have both grown up with dogs for the most part, and
it's really more of what we do and what works for us, and we'll show you what Cheyenne does and how it differs from what I do, and we'll show you what I do and then how it differs from what Cheyenne does, and we'll let you be the judge, and you can combine and take whatever you want and use it for whatever suits your needs. And then this will probably be the first video. We'll start at the puppy stage and then kind of progress through adulthood and show you what we do from starting from day one when you bring your puppy home. We usually like to take our puppies home
at about 8 weeks.
Around 8 weeks. We don't really like to take them home sooner just because they don't really develop a lot of social skills they do from their siblings and their mother and that type of thing. And then Cheyenne's kind of more the expert on taking new dogs home and being at the young dogs, so I'll let her kind of explain what she does at first and brings them home and whatnot.
Well, and we should mention that I raise and show and exhibit dogs. Johnny does sled dog races, and we've rehabbed several Alaskan Huskies and Wolf hybrids.
And all kinds of other dogs.
All
I
kinds
started
of dogs.
with hunting dogs, and we've trained rescue dogs out of the dog shelter, blue heelers, and whatever else has come along, border collies, whatever.
And one thing we get whenever we go to vets or anything is how kind and great tempered our dogs are. And so we just want our dogs to have great temperaments. We're not so worried about fancy tricks and things like that, but just having a good family dog. So this is Crimson. He's one of the Pomskys we bred, but
And we're back. Battery change.
So Crimson's mom is Sparkles, and Sparkles stays with my family member. He's 12 weeks old. We just brought him home. He's not been trained for anything. He hasn't had a leash on before. The only thing he's done is learned how to love people and use a doggy door. So that's basically all the training he has.
Just like people differ, dogs differ, and some training techniques work for certain dogs and they don't work for other dogs.
And people.
And people, yeah.
And people.
And really, I mean, and some variations of whatever we do may work for you better. So just go out and don't be afraid to just try things.
Right. And like, we've rescued different dogs. We've worked with wolf hybrids. We've worked with fear-aggressive dogs. We've worked with dominant dogs. He tends to be able to work faster and do stuff quicker with your more dominant dog, where I can do kind of things and work faster with more of a fear-based, timid dog.
Scared in the
so
corner.
We just kind of work together to do what we need to do to get that dog in a more stable frame and happier sort of dog.
And we'll try to show you the times that work best to team up with another person and use a second set of hands to help you out. Sometimes that works even better. Why don't you tell us about the first car ride home when you bring your puppy home?
So when we came home, you can put your puppy in a crate, or if you have a person that comes with you, you can hold him. I held Crimson. We got him fitted with a collar and a leash. I prefer a collar over a harness. They can't chew on it. It's not restricting. I just prefer collars to harnesses. I know. And to that again, when I'm walking my dog, I want my dog to walk beside me because it's well trained. I don't want it to walk beside me because it has something that's restricting it from walking past me. I don't want a harness that restricts its movement. I don't want something on its face that restricts its head. I just want a well-trained dog that wants to walk beside me and enjoys their walk.
Enjoys your company, yeah.
Enjoys their company, and they're not put in a weird, awkward position.
Cheyenne likes to laugh at people that their dog collars have a tendency to slip over the dog's head.
Right.
And and then your dogs run off down the road and the collar didn't really do you any good.
Right, and it's really actually pretty dangerous too to have a loose collar. It's more easy for them to get hung up on things. There's been a time that a lady had me take her dog out to a vet in Salt Lake for her so that we could do some breeding stuff, and I got him out of the car and the collar instantly slipped off his head. And so I was right next to a busy road, and he was a nice dog, so I was luckily able just to grab him and redo the collar and make it better. But get him. But it's a safety hazard. make sure your collar can't slip off your dog's head. If it can, it's too loose.
I started out with hunting dogs, and I had a great mentor, and he told me the rule of thumb was if you could slip 2 fingers below your collar, then that was about how you wanted it to be. If you could slip a 3rd and 4th finger, then you're too loose.
Right.
And with puppies, you want to check almost every week. You want to just, or every day even, you just want to check the tightness, because puppies grow so fast that it'll start tightening around their neck, and you want to make sure that you're gradually loosening it as the puppy grows. Excuse me.
So then we start with a collar and a lead. We do this with all our dogs, show dogs, sled dogs, pets, the wolf hybrid dogs we've done stuff with. And then when they're little puppies like this, and even if they're an adult dog that has never had a collar on, we just let them play. We go to our potty area, and that's the first thing we do. We come home, we go to the potty area, and we spend some time out there. We spend 20-30 minutes out in a good area to go potty. So we're out in our backyard. It's a good area for them to potty on. And then we just kind of let them play with the collar and the leash on.
I prefer when I take the dogs home too, is I teach them right away. I don't let them get away with things off the bat, like mouthing me or going in a certain room that I don't want to go into. As soon as I bring them home, if that's the rule I'm going to have, that's the rule I start with and I stick to.
Right. And problems are easy to prevent, harder to fix. So if you can prevent a problem, it's easier to fix. Like right now, he's jumping up on our faces. It's not a big deal. He's a puppy, but we don't have to like get after him or yell at him. We just move him off.
It's all about having
really
fun
simple.
for the first 6 months, 3 months, whatever, until whatever that dog's purpose is. It's time to start teaching them that, and then it's still fun, but it's constructive fun.
Yep, until they've got that good foundation. That's all we work on, is we work on good foundations. We don't work really on tricks or anything fancy or stacking or anything like that. We just work on having a good dog with a good foundation that has a good temperament that we can do anything with. Let's stand up and show him the first time on a leash. He's never been on a leash before. He's never had a collar on before today. Never done any of that. So, I lost my shoe. So we're just gonna let him just run around, and we basically just stand here like a post with a leash in our hand.
And you're not trying to put any pressure.
We're not pulling, we're not guiding, we're just holding the leash. And always reward good behavior. He's sitting here looking at me, he's trying to communicate with me. That's how I want him to communicate with me. I don't want him to communicate with me by jumping. So he sits down by me, we reward that. Good boy! That's how we get our attention. Yep. We call him, oh, good boy. He jumps, so we're not really gonna do much right now because he's not responding in the way. There he goes. Good job, Johnny. So he pulled. He was like, oh, what is that? That's all he needed. Good boy. He's jumping. He pulls. He sits. Oh, good boy, Crimson. And that's about it, really.